You are now tuned into the best place for sports.
Dejounte Murray called from criminals to all-first team. Dejounte Murray's journey to the NBA was no walk in the park. I mean, the mere fact that he's still alive and free is a miracle. Getting locked up at 11 is a nightmare for most, but for Murray, it was just the beginning. He didn't let the streets define him, and instead, he flexed his resilience, turning his life around and becoming a certified baller on the court. Dejounte Murray was born on September 19, 1996, in the South End Seattle hood, where it's all about survival. The area is known for gang violence, drive-bys, drugs, and addiction. His parents were absent, with his mom in and out of jail. His dad was nowhere to be found. He moved around a lot, couch hopping and staying in hotels. His mom lost state housing due to an arrest, and evictions were a regular thing. He barely had time for cartoons. He was so busy on the streets. It's crazy, but he's not the only one in his fam who went through the worst. From his grandma to the rest of his family, they were all part of the gang life and doing whatever it took to survive. It's like a never-ending cycle passed down through generations. Selling drugs and living life on the streets was just normal for him and his family. Growing up, Murray was dealt a tough hand. Mom was in and out of prison, and Dad was no-show most of the time, surrounded by gang violence in South Seattle. He was a drug expert by the age of 5. He was already making moves on the street by 11, known to everyone in the hood. Getting arrested was just part of life for Murray, with his first bust coming at 11 years old. Drugs, theft, and fights, that was his reality, and the only way to survive. 11 years old and already a juvenile offender. The prison wasn't something that fazed him. He was in middle school. What's a little jail time? Juvenile? Meh. 11-year-old Murray wasn't scared or nervous. He knew what to expect. Murray found himself in handcuffs once more as he transitioned from freshman to sophomore year. The path ahead of him was clear: death or a lifetime behind bars. He was faced with a critical decision: join a gang or strive for success. His time in juvenile detention transformed him and fueled his determination to turn his life around. He reached out to his uncle, and together they devised a plan for Murray to move in with him upon release. With his uncle's guidance, who was a former professional basketball player overseas, and his friend Mitch Johnson, Murray worked on breaking free from his past. Murray's life changed when he found the right guidance and structure. With the help of his uncles, the tight-knit basketball community in Seattle, and most notably Jamal Crawford, Murray was able to shift his priorities away from the streets and towards basketball. He first met Crawford when he was in 6th grade, and the NBA star took him under his wing as a mentor. Murray attended Rainier Beach High School in Seattle, known for producing NBA talent such as Crawford, Doug Christie, Terrence Williams, Nate Robinson, and Kevin Porter Jr. When he joined the school's basketball team in the 10th grade, he quickly made a name for himself. In a standout performance in the Metro League Championship, he recorded 33 points and 30 rebounds against future NBA star Matisse Thybulle. At just 16, he was invited to play in a Midnight Madness exhibition game hosted by Crawford, where he dropped over 40 points alongside NBA players like Chris Paul and Crawford himself. Dejounte Murray was a highly sought-after basketball prospect, receiving multiple offers from elite Division I programs. However, he decided to stay close to home and attend the University of Washington. His unwavering drive was evident in his dedication to basketball, as he rarely participated in the typical college social scene. Instead, he could often be found in the gym honing his skills or sleeping on giant beanbags in the locker room. This single-minded focus was a testament to Murray's commitment to his craft. Mark Caesar, a Seattle-based trainer, got a first-hand glimpse of his focus when he visited Murray in San Antonio. He was woken up early in the morning with the question, "You ready to work?" This was a testament to Murray's relentless pursuit of improvement and the impact it had on those around him. Murray's hard work paid off in his freshman year at Washington. He was named the second-team All-Pac-12 and the Pac-12 All-Freshman team after a stellar season, averaging 16.1 points, 5.9 rebounds, 4.4 assists, and 1.8 steals in 33.5 minutes while starting all 34 games. His drive and focus set him apart from his peers and made him a standout player on and off the court.
I remember meeting him 6th grade. I think I scored like 40 points that game. And he came up to me after and he's like, "You got it," you know what I mean? And we locked in. And ever since then, it was more like, just him teaching this, teaching that, allowing me to be in the gym with him, bringing y'all back.
Dejounte Murray was ready to take on the big leagues. In March 2016, he declared for the NBA draft, leaving behind his college days. But the road to success wasn't easy for him. With rumors about his character circulating, many teams were hesitant to pick him up, but Murray wasn't going to let that stop him. He was determined to prove him wrong. Despite being promised a lottery pick by multiple teams, Murray was picked up late in the draft, but he wasn't mad about it. He was grateful for the chance that the San Antonio Spurs saw in him. They saw a talent who needed guidance, support, and a shot at greatness, and that's exactly what they gave him when they chose him as the 29th overall pick in the 2016 NBA Draft. Dejounte Murray, the 6'4" baller drafted by the Spurs in 2016, was a total wild card when Coach Pop first saw him play. Despite being a title contender, they took a chance on the 170-pound rookie who had some baggage. During his first season, Murray was sent back and forth between the Spurs and their G League team, the Austin Spurs, barely getting any playing time. But the next season, Dejounte made history as the youngest player to make the all-defensive team, joining Kobe, AD, and TD in the exclusive club. He stepped up and took over the starting point guard position from Tony Parker, proving he's got what it takes. Dejounte is a two-way production point guard that gives opposing coaches nightmares. He showed he's got the skills to dominate on both ends of the court and put mad pressure on other point guards.
The line got crossed.
That line got crossed, you feel me? Like, even seeing, like, I don't follow the media, bro. You could say good things about me, bad things about me. It ain't gonna move me. It ain't stopping what I'm doing or who I am. But it's like, I'm looking at a lot, and it's like, I feel like the world is like, it's kind of like soft, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's moving to where a lot of people is just entitled but sensitive, like, they can't take nothing.
Unfortunately, Dejounte Murray suffered a massive blow in his career with a torn ACL in a preseason game versus the Rockets. This caused him to miss the entire 2018-2019 season, but the young baller didn't let the setback define him. He fought back and came back stronger the next season, picking up right where he left off like a boss. Dejounte Murray came into the 2021-2022 NBA season with a lot of pressure on his shoulders. The Spurs were in transition, with DeMar DeRozan and the other vets gone, and the team was counting on Murray to step up and lead the squad on both the O and D. Not only was he expected to be the go-to scorer, but also the main playmaker for the squad. But Murray didn't let the challenge faze him. He was ready to ball out, and ball out he did. He took his game to the next level, registering 13 triple-doubles and averaging 21.1 points, 8.3 rebounds, and 9.2 assists per game in 68 appearances. He stepped up in every aspect, and his All-Star selection showed just how far he'd come. Even though his three-pointer wasn't fully on point, he wasn't afraid to let it fly when he was open. Plus, his finishing at the rim and deadly mid-range J made him a threat on the court. And when it came to playmaking, he did a sick job of organizing the team and finding the open man. And after the trade of Derek White to Boston, Murray got even more chances to shine, and he took advantage. Dejounte Murray's performance in the 2021-2022 season solidified his status as one of the league's rising stars, and he was named to the NBA All-Star team for the first time and dominated the league in steals. He made history as the only player to average 20 points, 8 rebounds, 9 assists, and 2 steals per game in a single season, solidifying his position as one of the best all-around players in the game. At the end of the season, Dejounte was traded to the Atlanta Hawks and made his debut with 20 points, 11 assists, 5 rebounds, and 5 steals in a win versus Houston. He got his first triple-double with the Hawks with 22 points, 10 rebounds, 11 assists, and 3 steals in an overtime win versus New Orleans. On November 25th, he dropped a career-high 39 points with 8 three-pointers made in a loss against Houston. If there's anything that caps off Dejounte's story, it's a tweet being grateful about his journey. He said, "I remember sitting in the green room and being judged because of my past as a kid, and the Spurs knew I didn't have guidance and needed an opportunity. I remember tearing my ACL, and people thought it was over for me. Wow, I'm thankful and grateful. It's a reality now." Dejounte Murray's journey from the streets to becoming an NBA star is a testament to the power of perseverance and determination. Despite facing numerous challenges, including getting arrested, he never gave up on his dream of playing professional basketball. Through hard work, dedication, and a focus on self-improvement, Murray transformed his life and emerged as one of the most promising young players in the league.
But do you not know that the hope that I gave my city, my neighborhood, my family, my brothers in prison, I got 30, 40 people that I talk to in prison to this day. You feel what I'm saying? And they get to see that, bro. Like, bro made it. I can get out of prison. You know what I'm saying? My family's like, bro made it. My mom like, my son made it.
Remember to hit that like button and subscribe for more juicy NBA content.